When Donald Trump said last year that he thought this war could end within 24 hours if he was to meet both you and Vladimir Putin, what did you make of that?
So everybody will be happy if one person in the world, and this person Donald Trump, can stop the war during 24 hours. The question is, what the price and who will pay? So
do you think you would pay?
I think I'm not meaning that his idea to push us to pay. But if he wants to do it during 24 hours, the simple way is to push us to pay. Because it's understandable how. It means just stop and give and forget. Sanctions out, everything out, Putin will take the land, Putin will make a victory for his society, for the world, and nothing, nobody in prison, nothing, any accountability, nothing, tribunal, nothing, zero. Yes, it's a very simple way. But we will never go on this, never. And there is no any guy in the world who can push us to do it.
Donald Trump this week has picked the man he would like to be his vice president, J.D. Vance, who has said in the past that he doesn't really care what happens in Ukraine one way or another. What do you make of those remarks?
Maybe he really doesn't understand what goes on in Ukraine. So for us, we have to work with the United States. And if new team will come, we have to work with them. We need their support.
Hard work, I guess.
Hard work.
Could be hard work to persuade
yes,
them.
But we don't afraid of hard work.
Tell me about how you find your relationship with the UK, because in the time since the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, you've now dealt with 4 British Prime Ministers. That level of change, that level of turnover, can't have been helpful.
Britain showed leadership from the very beginning of the full-scale invasion. And every page of this story opened with Britain's leadership, and I'm grateful for that. Honestly, I have had powerful relations with all your prime ministers. Different in duration, true. With Johnson, it was longer. With Liz Truss, shorter. Later, there was Rishi, and the relations were different, but still, every single prime minister added something. Why? Because prime ministers are the face of the society. When one is not liked, the face changes. But disliked by whom? Disliked by society, and not vice versa. When the prime minister dislikes his people, like in Russia, when the leader dislikes those who elect him. This is where the difference lies between tyranny and democracy. That's why we're talking about a democratic society, a truly united kingdom, which stayed united around Ukraine, even when dealing with internal political and electoral issues. The kingdom stayed united around Ukraine.
I want to take your mind back, if I may, to a moment I remember very keenly. It was when you visited the UK in February of last year and you addressed the British Parliament just down the road from here. And I was there as a reporter watching, and you presented to the audience a helmet of a pilot, of a fighter pilot, asking for the UK's help, for Europe's help with planes. Here we are 18 months later. Has that promise been kept?
The jets haven't arrived yet.
Have you been let down?
I think not me, no. They let themselves down. It's them who are the respected national leaders. It's them who, having realized that we need those wings now to protect our people. We're grateful for everything we've been given, but if we are in this fight together, then everybody should do more than they can.
We all have our limits. We're all human. Could you reach the point where you couldn't go on as president?
After the war.
You feel a responsibility to...
Yes, that's why. That's why we have to finish with it.
You will serve until the war is over.
We have to finish with it, and we have to finish with him.